Okay, this is Orlando Wilson. What I want to talk about in this video, it's a topic that pops up with me quite often. Um, and it's something I've written an article about, and it's in one of my books, Social Navigation. And that is, what can you do for me? And I've said this to people, and people, oh, but that's rude, it's not polite. You know, I'm not worried about being polite these days. I'm too old to worry about being polite. And this where business is concerned, there is no politeness. It's business, it's money. And I've had people approach me, again, at a base level, sending out CVs or cold calling, etc. And we can do this and we can do that. You know what? I've been in this business 35 years. So I think I can do most things myself. So this is where, if people approach me these days, I want to know, okay, what can you do for me that I cannot do for myself? What can you do for me better than I can do for myself? And it makes me laugh. I get a lot of people, I have people saying that they want to be instructors for Risk Inc. or one of my companies, and it's like, unless I know you and unless you've gone for our programs, you'll never work for us, let alone be an instructor, because we like to do things, I like things done our way. And the people who generally work for me think the same way, etc. And I had this conversation recently with somebody that's been doing little bits for us over the years, and it's like, we have different perspectives. They're into competition stuff and etc., competition shooting and competition this and group hugs and blowjobs and all this competition BS, where to us, it's things are a little bit more serious. So nice guy, but we have completely different perspectives, and at the level he's at, where he is, I wish him all the best in his world, but it's not our world, it's not my world. So again, this is where there's a lot more you got to think about if you're approaching people and you're going after business. What can you do for that person that they cannot do for themselves? And especially from the close protection perspective, if you're going to a lot of clients, and I know clients, it's like who, once you approach them at talking about security, they're like, well, we can look after ourselves. Why do we need you to look after us? Why are we going to hire you when I can look after myself? And you know what, I can go buy a gun. The American attitude, I go buy a gun, I can do everything you can do. Well, that's people's perspective. And this is where if you're selling a service, you need to highlight to that person what you can do better that they can do. And this is where I understand the attitude with a lot of clients, and that's why we provide training to clients. Is if the client wants to look after themselves, they don't want to spend money on security, they don't want bozo security guards following, or bodyguards, close protection people following them around and seeing everything they're doing in their lives, then okay, we'll train you to protect yourself. We understand that. I understand that big time. So this is where, when people approach me these days, I say to them, okay, what can you do for me? How can you help me? What can you do? You know, they come up with the BS, the type of, well, I've done a bodyguard course and I've got an SIA license. I've done this. So you know what? Fuck off. Don't waste my time. These days, as I said, I've been in this business too long to listen to BS from goons. So this is where, when you approach people these days, you need to work out what you can actually do for them, because most of the people, and I've said this in other places, most of the people in the security business, close protection business these days, to me, are liabilities. They can't look after themselves, let alone other people. So this is where, when you're approaching people, experienced people like myself, saying, oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can do whatever, you know what, you're just making yourself look stupid. So think about that. So in the meantime, be good, stay safe, stay out of trouble. And again, if you're trying to promote your stuff, keep it real, and you do a bit of research on the people you're going to be approaching before you approach them, and always think about what can you do for them that they can't do for themselves. And if you're just providing, you know what, you can go on the internet and find most services out these days. You need to make yourself stand out a little bit different, make yourself look a little bit special, and make sure your approach is polished. Anyway, in the meantime, be good, stay safe, stay out of trouble. Follow me along on social media. I have an array of these videos up on the major platforms. I prefer LinkedIn these days. We've got a lot of stuff up there. We've also got a Telegram channel where we post the real stuff we can post on mainstream social media platforms. Array of books up on Amazon as well. I'll talk about various aspects of the close protection business. We're laying off the courses at the moment because we've got too much BS going on, too much work going on. So if you want a private course, reach out to me. Be it close protection, kidnap. We're mainly running kidnap and ransom and protective surveillance these days. the firearm stuff, everything by appointment. So reach out to me if you have any questions. You want to book a course, check out my books, check out the blog. As I said, be good, stay safe, and stay out of trouble. And when you're approaching people, always think about what you can do for them. And if people are approaching you, trying to kiss your ass for business, trying to kiss your ass because they want business, etc., etc., you need to seriously look at people and think about what can they actually do for you. If people cannot provide you with something positive, with business, with support, etc., get rid of them. You don't need them. They're just wasters. There's plenty of Klingons out there, and once you start making money, you'll get more and more Klingons. So if you don't need people around, keep your circle as small as possible, because there's too many time wasters out there there's too many time wasters out there that will just suck up your time and waste your time when you could be spending it on doing things that's far more beneficial to you than, as I said, talking to a bunch of wasters. Be good, stay safe, stay out of trouble.